what you're about to see is pretty wild. Yes, we are getting our very own Helldivers II Space Hitler. I am definitely voting for him. New leaks, booster, rework, and more. All in today's video, guys, so grab a hot cup of liberty and let's dive right into the video. Before we jump into all the latest recent leaks, which I'm excited to see, you're excited to see, we are going to start this off with some great news. We finally managed to break 100,000 Helldivers in game. Yes, this latest patch did it. It pretty much brought back majority of the player base. So managed democracy has been served. This is great to see, and as long as Arrowhead stick to what the community wants, Helldivers 2 will go far. You know it, I know it. We all know it. Next, we're going to look at a booster rework that some players have come up with. I think these are pretty well thought through. My humble suggestion at a booster rework. And as you can see here, there are different combinations thrown together. Personally, I would not mind this in game. It would bring variety, and you know, we like variety. Because progression, progression. The extraction booster should allow you to call extract remotely. It'll still touch down in its original location and spawn more dropships into the mission. This would be such a great idea, and apparently Pilstead thinks so too. As he says here, this is a good booster idea. So yeah, he thinks it's a good suggestion. I love how the team listens to the players when it comes to new ideas. Yes, listens, with emphasis on that. Listens. Because at least they do now. So thank you, Arrowhead. Thank you for listening. Do you think this is a good idea? Drop a comment below for Managed Democracy, as I always try to reply to every comment while drinking my liberty. Just imagine though being able to get everything done on the map and then cooling down extraction to your location. It would be a game changer. Then again, I do love sometimes having to run last minute to evac, not knowing if you're going to make it in time. Honestly, the pressure, the emotions being high. Are you going to make it? On top of all of this, there was some more news on the Discord about comms between the team and the players. As I mentioned, you know, listening to the players. And for one, I know some of you have wanted this for a while, but there's some disappointing news. This is what Twinbeard had to say. Sure, all platforms have their pros and cons. We're still working on implementing comms between us and you, and hopefully a better system between the players as well. But until then, we have to make do with what we have. Discord is our primary one and Reddit our secondary in terms of Q&Q stuff, and that's not likely to change. Now, to many of you, I think you will say it's a bit disappointing since not everyone uses Discord, and having that as the primary source of communication, some would say, is not a great move overall. Think of it this way, PlayStation has so many players, and I guarantee you not all of them use Discord or have even heard of Discord. I know a lot of my friends don't use Discord. So the question is, does this need to change? Also, think about it this way. The Helldivers 2 official Discord seems to be filled with trolls, cry divers and hate divers, people who don't really care about the game. I see this more than anything in the Helldivers 2 official Discord. Just look at the mess with the balancing and nerfs. That did not go down well, and most of those changes were made through a small proportion of the player base. It's good that they're here in the mass majority now, but if this doesn't get changed, it could be another problem in the future. I mean, hell, I did not even get onto Discord until recently, and I've been playing this game since day one. I would not be surprised if people just said random crap to destroy the game internally. I don't want that, you don't want that. None of us want that. Discord is great, but I don't think it should be the main priority for communication. Compared to other platforms, most have Instagram, X. Please, I don't want this to happen again. Please, no. Moving on to a clip that emerged on Reddit, and it had, from what I remember, 8k upvotes, and basically it's showcasing what if missions affected one another. As you know, you get medals for completing missions, but they aren't connected in any way, so this is what he proposed. What if missions affected each other? So examples he gave, one was for the eradicate missions, when completed, it would decrease the amount of patrols in the next upcoming missions. Then if you had the orbital laser missions, they could reduce the extraction time for the next missions. Now this works really well hand in hand, and I think I would love to see this implemented. We did actually have at one point modifiers for the game, but that got removed some time ago, just before the Escalation of Freedom update, I believe. So with all of this aside, guys, we are now moving on to the leaks. Yes, because this is what you're here for. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Some of these are from Ironsight's Tier 5 NPC and Asunder. The first most recent leak we are going to take a look at is the gas mines. Yes, there's video footage of this. Now, as you know, we had the Chemical Agents War Bond, and for whatever reason, we did not see these enter the game. If you have any idea to why they did not enter the game, drop a comment below because I'm really interested to know. But if I'm honest, mines are not widely used much compared to other stratagems, so if we acquired this from a major order, which would most likely be the case, the mines would be used so much, milked, that no one would batter an eye for ages. Mines are great, but not used so much, and I just always run into them and kill myself. And you know, we had the problem with the invisible mines, so yeah, probably not a favourite to many. Now, the next leak is of the new bolt action rifle, the Constitution, which sounds insane, honestly. This is the weapon right here. I really hope they make it really powerful against all enemies. If it's limited on ammo and is bolt action, imagine facing a horde and all you have is a bolt action rifle. That would be your worst nightmare. Then again, who doesn't like to dive back into their roots, you know, dive back to like 1914 with a bolt action rifle? So guys, what do you think of this weapon? Will you be diving back to your roots with this classic rifle? I mean, it's a great weapon, but facing hordes, I think the bugs would straight up laugh at you. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Literally. It looks like Shams is hinting at a new expendable bayonet. Ironsights did leak some time ago a file linked to this, so at least now we know it's officially confirmed. Best idea yet, expendable bayonets. So yes, it could be coming soon. I mean, I wonder how powerful they will be. Imagine actually being able to kill a stalker in 3 or 4 strikes. Honestly, I hate those bugs, so if that is the case, give it to me, because honestly, they are so menacing. Ironsights did leak a file right here some time ago, which says some variables I've found relating to a bayonet weapon attachment, along with a knife melee weapon. Looking forward to it. And this is very interesting because apparently Helldivers 1 had a saber. The saber is only obtainable through proving grounds under a specific condition called up close and personal. Saber deals the same amount of damage as the standard bayonet, with the difference of shortened range and faster swing. It also has a custom swing sound effect. So yeah, apparently the bayonet deals the same amount of damage as the saber, but you know what I really want? What I really want? A mech with a sword, Titanfall style, or maybe a heavy armor suit like off of Warhammer, maybe for a crossover, where you could cool down the heavy armor, get into it, and you have a big ass gun equipped with a gigantic sword. Who would not like to see that? That would be literally awesome. Moving on to the last part of the video, the presidential leak, which, is it me, or does this guy look like a space Hitler? Funny enough, the names of all of these sound German too, so what in the managed democracy is going on there? Let's bring Space Hitler into Helldivers 2. He looks like he's about to drop the biggest speech in history since World War II. Is that too dark? Literally, is that too dark? But then again, I'm literally just pointing out the obvious, okay? I'm pointing out the obvious. So there's 3 here. As I mentioned, the second one is this woman. Again, she looks German for some reason. And third, this one, which she is the only one out of all of them who doesn't really look German. And the baby has a Helldivers onesie on. Why do all of these presidents look really German? Yeah, why do they look German? So my major question to you is, out of all these 3 presidents, who will you most likely vote for? The most interesting thing about this is, as you know, depending upon who is elected, it can influence what stratagems we have in game. But another thing to note is, as this is a live service game, you could find also that one president could lead us to fighting the automatons, whereas another could lead us to maybe investigating the Illuminate and going down that path. Again, this is just all speculation, so don't get too hyped up. I'm hyped, I cannot contain myself because this is literally awesome. Basically, the Hitler-looking president could lead you to maybe double down on the automatons and lead us to the Iron Legion, whereas the other president could lead you maybe moving towards investigating the Illuminate and fighting them. In a summary, different presidents could open up different doors for the story, who to fight next, what weapons we acquire, and a lot more. As Iron Sights also leaked some time ago a nuclear briefcase, which apparently is tied to the presidents in some way. Lastly, this is a huge spoiler, so if you don't want to see this, leave now. It's related to the presidential election in game. So yes guys, this is going to be insane to see. I am going to be voting for him for sure. I can't wait because democracy. Yeah, democracy. It's kind of ironic, speaking about democracy, when you can clearly see they all look like communists, except her, okay, she is an exception. Then again, apparently we are the bad guys, so yeah. Thank you for watching Helldivers. I am so grateful for your time, as always. If you want to see the last video I did covering leaks, you can click on that at the end of this video. So until next time guys, go and conquer the galaxy for managed democracy, and I will see you in another Helldivers 2 video across YouTube so democracy can prevail.